Tomicas, and more specifically Tomica Basics, which I don't really cover. I have gotten the Ferrari 4 sets, but for the most part, I've been getting more Tomica Limited Vintage as well as Tomica Premiums because the Tomica Basics, as far as I'm concerned, are great toys. Really, really nicely made toys, but a little expensive, and especially in the U.S., right? But I found this whole set. They're being sold as a set on Amazon and for pretty cheap, like cheaper than what you would get on retail on Amazon. I think for like $4 per piece or something like that. At least that's what it was when I got them, and I was interested in four of the cars, so I got them as a set. These are the Walmart exclusives. I was hesitant to say the word set because they not really, because this is if you didn't know, Tomica was or is trying to get more of a market in the U.S. and they released Walmart exclusive sets, and half of these cars come from half of Wave One, and half of and the other half come from half of Wave Two. So I'm not really sure how they end up being sold on Amazon and all that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure, but I'm glad to have them. So which way should I start first? Let's start with yeah, probably the least interesting things, I guess. Oh, all of them come in boxes. They do have like the extra blister to protect them, but for the most part, the fries truck comes with a slightly larger box, but the others come with the standard Tomica boxes. I've had these plastic boxes for a while now, and this is just the first time I've realized that the Tomica boxes for the normal size Tomica boxes fit them perfectly. So I think that's exactly what they were designed for originally. I just never know that, which is nice. If I want to get more of those boxes, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Just look for Tomica plastic protectors. But yeah, you can see this one is an animal transporter with giant pandas, and this actually comes in two parts. I'm just gonna leave the fries car off the side for now. Please don't overexpose. Arigato. Yeah, and has a kanji, panda, or Chinese characters, depending on the intention of the designer, right? Because I would assume that they're probably the same, but this is definitely how you say pandas in Mandarin Chinese, or Chinese, because Mandarin is how it's spoken, not how it's written. And it could also be simplified or traditional. I'm not quite sure. But the writing on top is definitely Japanese, one of the Japanese writing styles, and I'm not really sure what it is. I would assume it's this pan, but I can't be perfectly sure. It has a trailer. I'm gonna get that out of the way first, and yes, it's detachable. You can see the lock right here. Pretty simple, pretty easy. The Panda here are a little basic, but not bad. You do see a little bit like tiny spots of ink all over the place. I think and they are made in kind of a hard rubber. You can feel the texture. Well, you can't, but I can. The grass is a separate plastic piece, hard plastic. As you can see, yes, there is one sleeper right here. Pretty cute. The base, all the black part is metal. And none of this car doesn't have any suspension here or here, just so you know. Focus. And this is the trailer bit, and the it doesn't say on the box, but this is actually a licensed card. This is a Hino Profia, made in Vietnam. You see, this one doesn't have suspension either, and I would assume it's pretty small, 170 scale or something like that. I would not be surprised if that's the case. No paint at all on the front, which is a little disappointing. That means there's no. Yeah, okay. There's paint on the top and there's paint on the bottom. A little disappointing with literally zero decal on the front. But that's okay, right? I guess, because the whole thing has a lot of parts and 3 axles. It's something, right? Yeah, cool. Not the one I'm super excited about, but cool nevertheless. Next up is the Giga Potato, and this is the based on the Isuzu Giga. The here it says yeah, Isuzu Giga at the bottom. Again, probably pretty small scale, 170 if not smaller. And I'm actually gonna try to compare the two cabins. And now you have it. And the Hino has paint on the top. The Isuzu has paint on the front, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a lot better looking. It looks a bit more realistic. But again, these are not the ones I'm super excited for, so I don't really care. Are these interchangeable? Actually, I haven't even thought of that question. But yes, they are. Excuse me. So that's pretty cool. So presumably is kind of a modular system. Chica Potato. First thing I want to point out here is yes, this is a sticker which will probably peel with age, and I'm not a fan of stickers in general. I hate them actually. It's better if they're pre-installed for me. But honestly, I would not mind getting a sticker sheet, and because if I do, I'm just not gonna apply, which I feel like is probably gonna be easier. Chica Potato, and again, soft rubber on the top, sticker on the other side as well. I think this is a plastic. This is a soft rubber, softer, well, one of the harder rubber compounds probably. And the black part again is all metal. No suspension on this either because again, this has these pieces have the two trailers trucks have a lot of pieces already, so probably just to keep cost normal, they didn't do suspension, which is completely understandable as far as I'm concerned. Next up, probably the most interesting one. I'm gonna do the Nissan Gtr, which is a great car. Well, it's great stat wise. Has like a more affordable car that beats that can beat many supercars, many much more expensive supercars, which is pretty cool. As far as looks wise, I don't love the way it looks. I prefer the older Skylines. Because I'm almost 24, and that's a fucking terrifying thought. But I'm a 24-year-old man. Sometimes I feel like I sound like a grandpa. But it's a really cool car, and a lot of companies are making them. So I'm probably gonna be doing a comparison video soon because of how many different versions of the GTR I have from all these different companies. Suspension, yes, and what I really love, it has lensed plastic headlights, which is gorgeous. Rims are not the nicest thing. I mean, it's cool, right? Just the rest of the car looks very good anyway, so the rims doesn't really take away from that. It could be a bit more realistic, but that's not how Tomica roll. But like the rest of the car is so great, you can easily switch out the rims if that's what you want. And look at the back. The back lights are not lens; they're painted, but I would not expect more from them because that's what the vast majority of companies do. As you can see, the Nissan logo back here again, as well as the GTR logo. This is as much as it goes. You can see Nissan and the GTR really nicely painted, and that's something I do appreciate about Tomicas. Like, you can argue, oh my god, they're like $5. Retail, it's so expensive, I get that, but like, you're paying for quality, and if you just feel it, it feels weighty in the hand. Opening doors. Yeah, a gorgeous thing. And not all Tomica cars have lens headlights, and I feel like these look much better than the ones with painted headlights, so we'll see quite soon. And you can see the GTR logo at the front as well. Just marvelous. Yeah, definitely one of the best in the set, if not the best. Actually, I think it might be the best. So we have one Toyota. Let me just get the Toyota out of the way. Technically, it's a Lexus, right? Lexus RCF, right? Oh, shit, I forgot. By the way, it's all of like the vast majority of Tomica cars have scales on them. The two trailers don't, but this is 162. Just so you know, and some other information as well if you want. This is the I said RCF, right? RCF, and this is 163. Oh no, 159. So it's pretty big as compared to like what it would be in true 164. This is another gorgeous one, but you can see it immediately, just because the way Tomica does their headlights, which is very different from Hot Wheels or Matchbox do. very flat paint. It doesn't show a lot of dimension, and it doesn't show a lot of depth, so it seems a bit more toyish. So I prefer the lens headlights, but it's okay. The rest of the car is nice. I don't like the humongous grille on the contemporary Lexus cars. So, but on a toy car, it's fine. It's not that big because it's a toy car. Get more toyish rims. Nice painted details on the back, Lexus logo, which seems nicer here than the front. Backlights again a bit flat. The thing with Tomica cars, you get like full deco, which is nice, you know. You don't get that with $1 Hot Wheels cars, and probably you shouldn't, right? Because you know it's $1 versus $5, but you get what you paid for. What else do you pay for? Suspension, opening doors, and this is so nice. Like it's so much nicer than other cars, like cheaper ones, like the Matchbox. I mean, some premium Matchboxes aren't that cheap. They're like $5 last time I saw them in Target. So, feels much nicer. Like that click is so satisfying. It's nicer than the Major Red. Not really available in the US, but I would assume similar prices to Atomica. Much nicer than M2 machines as well. I want to say it's nicer than I kind of no, I'm not gonna go there. Actually, I think Shelby Collectibles is going some. It's in something completely different, so it's not even fair to compare the two. But yeah, I'll be talking about Shelby Collectibles again pretty soon. But yeah, you get what you pay for. And again, if you don't like the rims, I get it. Swap it out. It's much easier to swap out the rims and redo the proportions of a car or add suspension and opening doors, right? Been talking a ton. And last but not least, the two Subarus. I think this is a Gen 4 Subaru. Correct me if I'm wrong. Gen 4 Impreza. This is not an STI, but it's a gorgeous one. First of all, I want you to just look at the badge. Like, look how detailed it is for basic car. I showed the premium Subaru Impreza STI, right? The second generation of the Impreza, if I remember correctly, the one from the modern classics set from Hot Wheels, and that one is all misprinted. But even like if it's not misprinted, Hot Wheels generally just does not have high definition print, nearly as nice as so. Just again, this is what you pay for. Flat paint, toyish, not my thing, but not too bad. Again, back logo. We got a sorry, just hit the mic. You might have heard that. Yeah, no backlights because it's red, presumably. Not the biggest fan of that, but it also doesn't kill the thing. Toy rims, different from the previous ones, but toyish nevertheless. This one doesn't have opening doors. This has an opening hood, which I think it's pointless because when you open it, you don't get any like, oh my god, you get engine detail, sort of, but it's not really sharp as well as far as the casting is concerned. You also don't get any paint to indicate. And because like the base of the car is red and they didn't put any other paint on it, like it's pointless, can I say, for a collector. Maybe it's really cool for the kids, but I'd rather have opening doors. But that's my personal opinion, right? And last but not least at all, because this is another great car, is the Subaru BRZ or Toyota. Well, no, this one is specifically the BRZ version of it, but it's based on the same platform as the Toyota 86, right? The Hachi Nissan C something. What's 5? Roku, right? Hachi Roku. Roku is 6, I mean. Or the Lexus FCR something. Lexus all use these like numbers and letters. I don't remember. But I think it's a really good looking car in general. And, you know, like the Hot Wheels one, the Panda BRZ sell for quite a bit. And this one is not modified, but it looks great. Again, painted headlights. So, yeah, not my thing, but it's alright. It is a toy at the end of the day. Again, nicely printed Subaru badge. Just look at that. Like, it's flawless. The back doesn't have any more logo, but here you can see the backlights are printed really nicely. Has a soft rubber wing. No, this is more like a spoiler. It's really nice. And the style of the car I like a lot. I do know the people on Tomica. Um, I remember someone saying on the Tomica Discord chat that this one isn't styled that well. I think it's okay, nothing egregious. But like overall, I love the blue. I love the opening doors. I love the interior. But in general, just like the style of the car in general. So yeah, I do think these are worth $5. Maybe not for every single one of these cars, but the ones you like, especially I think, uh, as a collector, right? Not as a kid. I think collectors will be more interested in these cars, and kids might be more interested in the haulers and the trailers and all that. But yeah, I think this is well worth the money of getting it from Amazon. Um, you're right, for under $5, absolutely. For $5, I'll just pick and choose a little, you know. But yeah, I think this is a great product. Um, Tomica hasn't been doing the best in terms of trying to get a U.S. presence. It can do a lot better, but this is a nice, really nice start. Just probably just have to do their marketing research a little bit better to know exactly what U.S. collectors are interested in. And again, these things are going to be more poised towards collectors because you know Hot Wheels and Matchbox exist here, and if nothing else, they're much cheaper. So it's much less likely for parents to get comic cars for their kids. So probably going to be should be more targeting the collector market. But I've been rambling for far too long already. Thank you for watching. Oh, wait, yeah, like the Audi R8 is a great one. I remember from the recent one. That's something. Again, I don't have a Walmart around me, but if there is, that's one of the ones I'm definitely gonna get. But that's a general idea. That's the video. I've been rambling too long. Like I said, thank you for watching and goodbye.